Today's look is all about the burgundy edit. So I've centered it around this shirt and really pulled out some colors. It's like this gorgeous burgundy, sort of plum hues with a little bit of shimmer there. Now I've used the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Dreams palette, eyeshadow palette for this. And as you can see, these shades just complement it so well. I also used the Pillow Talk blush as well to complement those colors, and as a cream blush I went in with the Youngblood. This is the Mulberry. So again, all these beautiful tones just complement this shirt so well, and I absolutely love burgundy at the minute. So this is the look. I have a little mark on my shirt and I'll show you how that happened during the tutorial. So let's jump in. At the end I will show you the final look of my outfit, so let's go. So I'm starting this look off using the Banish skincare range, and the first product I'm using is their Pore Shrinker. So it's a gorgeous toner and it has a really beautiful watermelon scent. So I'm just placing this all over my skin. My skin is nice and clean from this morning, so this is just really nice to refresh and minimize those pores slightly. The next product by Banish is their vitamin C cream. So I'm just massaging this all over my face. This has licorice and vitamin C, and it's a great brightening daily moisturizer. For under the eyes, I'm using their Instant Lift. Once again, another Banish product. All of these products can be found in my ShopMy link. Going in with my primer today, I'm using the Go-To Skin. This has to be one of my favorite primers of the moment. It is a very mattifying primer and it just helps to blur and smooth the face, ready for some foundation. Today I'm using the Revlon. Now this is the ColorStay full cover. I thought because of this look being the burgundy edit, I wanted to go for a little bit more coverage and just get rid of some of the redness that I have coming into my skin at the moment. I do have a little bit of redness. I think I'm going through a few changes with the hormones and that time of life, and I do feel I'm a little bit more blotchy at the moment, and my skin is not so resistant to certain things. I feel I had a slight allergy last week to eggs. So anyway, that is my skin concern. So I have gone for a slightly more full coverage. This one is the matte. It's the 310. It's a warm golden sort of color. It is a little bit light, but I will warm this up with some of the contour. Going over the eyes, and I'm using the little kitten Pore. This is the Angie Hot and Flashy, the A506. This is also linked in the ShopMy. These are the BK Beauty brushes, and I'll be only using BK Beauty brushes. Absolutely love them both personally and professionally as well. This one's perfect for getting over the eyes and in underneath. Not going too close up to underneath the eyes yet, because we will do a clean up after the eyeshadow, and then we'll just go in with the foundation then. Okay, so the contour stick that I'm using, this is a cream contour stick by Youngblood, and the shade is Sunkissed. I'm loving these contour sticks. I find them really simple to use. I've just gone straight in and placed it on my face. I'm using the same foundation brush. I'm cheating a little bit today. A lot of my brushes are dirty, so I'm using this one for just about everything. This is the 101. It's a beautiful brush. I love the fact that you can turn it over because of the angle, and then I don't get some of that shade into my hairline, especially since my hairline is quite grey. Then what I will do is swap back to that smaller little brush, the A506, and just do down the nose and really work it up into that sort of beginning of the eye socket there, just to really create that contour and shape of the nose. Just along the top as well, and just blending that in so it is nice and seamless with the foundation. It really helps to carve out the nose. The Youngblood, this is the VividLuxe Creme Blush in the shade Mulberry. So I thought this would just go so well with the shirt. Using that same 101 brush, and I'm really just pushing it into the place that I placed it. So quite high, as you saw, I used a 2-finger rule, nice and high on the cheeks. This helps to create lift. So, and I really just push it into the skin and then move it up a little bit. For the brows, I'm just going to comb them out first before I go in with the brow pen. This is the L'Oreal brow pen. I'm really enjoying this one. It's called Faux Brow, and mine is the lighter tan sort of blonde shade, and it's just got really nice little hair-like strokes. It keeps it very natural. As you can see, I need to sort of comb mine out first. Mine needs some tidying, so please don't scrutinize them too closely. They do need a wax and tidy. I'd like to have a break in between my brow wax and tidies just so that they don't get too thin. I prefer them a little bit thicker. So yeah, just doing the little bit of colour just where I need it and then combing it through with a clean spoolie wand. The first Charlotte Tilbury product that I'm going to use, this is the Sophisticate palette. I'm just using the light beige shade, and the reason I'm using this with the little kitten paw brush is just to set the eye base. Because our eyes are naturally very oily, I'd like to just set this down and make it matte so that when we go to blend, it blends seamlessly. First shade from our luxury palette, this is the Pillow Talk Dreams. This is such a beautiful shade, so it's that nice sort of medium pinky shade. And I've placed it on with one brush. So the brush I placed it on with is the 209, and then I am blending it out with a separate clean brush, which is the 201. And you'll notice I do this for all the steps. So I have a brush where I place and then a brush where I blend. So just blending it through and making sure I blend it on the outer corner. So I place it right on the outer corner. Don't be too fussy of how it goes. Just get it, the product there. Then go in with your clean blending brush and nice sort of circular movements and blend it exactly where you want it. Once it starts to soften, then bring that residual through the socket line and towards the inner center of the nose there. Nice to have a little bit of residual color on the inner corner, just so it's not too light. We don't want to draw attention to the inner corner too much because it really makes it look a little bit bulbous. So once again, I just went in with a little bit more of that product and then blending it out with a nice clean fluffy brush, this one being the 201. Now I'm taking the darkest shade, it's again a matte shade from this Pillow Talk Dreams palette, and I'm placing it just inside that first color and a little bit over the mobile lid. Once again, going in with the clean brush to blend that through, up and out and through the socket line ever so slightly, just keeping it really nice and seamless. So placing it in with the first more detailed brush, this one is the 209. There are a few different detail brushes they have. This is just the first one I picked up, but I do love their 201 blending brushes. They're super, super fluffy and really easy to blend out the shade. So then I'm running a little bit of that first pinky shade just along the bottom lash line on both eyes. This just really makes the eyes look a little bit bigger. And then I'm putting a small amount of that dark shade just in that outer corner. And I'm just blending through that crease again just to make sure I've got no harsh lines and it is all looking really cohesive. Now we're going with the shimmer. The darkest shimmer I've just placed on my finger and I'm sticking it straight on the eye. I find using your fingers with shimmer so much easier. This way there's no fallout, sometimes a little bit, but at least this way it sticks to your finger and then straight on the eye. I did have a little bit of trouble getting it on the second eye. It didn't seem to take as well. So sometimes if you have too much powder underneath, it's not going to grab. Then I just tapped over with that fluffy brush. Now this is another L'Oreal product that I've received and I'm absolutely loving. It is in a gorgeous mulberry color and I'm just using that right close along the lash line, a very small baby wing there, and then I will go up into the tight line, so that's just up underneath there. A little bit difficult at first, but once you get used to it, it's a great place to create that little bit of drama and definition, and in the inner corner and a small amount along the bottom lash line. So as you can see, I'm just laying that pencil down a little bit. I'm running it really close to that lash line. This just really keeping in with that burgundy theme. It is such a gorgeous shade. I think it is called, I'll have to find out what it is actually called because all I've got is Haute Couleur. So it's a crayon, it's just beautiful. Now I'm doing a little bit of cleanup using the same eye cream and a cotton tip. I'm just cleaning up under the eyes and just creating a really nice sharp line. This is a really easy and effective way to do a little bit of cleanup because this way you're keeping your eyes nice and hydrated and you're not stripping them right back. Then what I've done is I've mixed on my hand a little bit of concealer, which is the L'Oreal True Match concealer, and a little bit of the foundation together. I just wanted to lighten up the foundation and thin it out ever so slightly. And then I'm just using that gorgeous kitten paw to really delicately tap it in the inner corner and the outer corner. The residual of that product is meeting in the middle. I don't want a full amount of concealer under my eyes. I do feel that it does age me a little bit and it's too heavy. However, if you have dark circles, use a brightener, something that is more of a salmon pinky peachy shade that can actually color correct underneath so you don't have it so heavy. This is a mascara by L'Oreal and this is the Panoramic, and it is definitely, it's called Volume Million Lashes, and honestly my lashes are so much more voluminous because of this, and this is again a beautiful burgundy shade, so Love this. For the lips, I'm using Merit. This is one of their lip liners. I love using their lip liners all over the lips because their lip liners are absolutely creamy. It feels like a lipstick. So really nice. This is when I noticed I had that foundation on my shirt. Now I'm going in with the Airbrush Bronzer by Charlotte Tilbury. This is number 2, and I'm just going over that cream bronzer that we did earlier just to really set that in place. And then I'm using the Pillow Talk Dreams blush by Charlotte Tilbury and setting the blush in place as well. Running a small amount of that blush with that fluffy brush all through the socket line and underneath to create a really cohesive look. Setting the entire look with the high definition powder by Youngblood. I put a little bit too much on this left side, and that is the final look, a small amount under the eyes. And now I'll show you my outfit. Okay, so this is the final look, and I wanted to show you my outfit. So this gorgeous satin shirt is from H&M. I really love it. I love the long cuffs on it. It is super pretty, just an absolutely stunning shirt. It just elevates any outfit. The pants that I'm wearing are by Cook Eye. I love the Cook Eye range. They sit really, really nicely. And I've paired it with the Shop Bouts. I have a link for this in my bio as well. This is one of those bouts that can easily clip open and shut. There's no holes, so very, very simple to use. The shoes I'm wearing are by Cozy Island, and I will take it off so you can have a proper look at that. Super, super comfortable, even though they have the point and they've got that gorgeous little kitten heel, which makes them just a little bit elevated, but not too high. The bag is by Teddy Blake, New York. It really needed another moment, and as you can see, it is this beautiful plum shade, all leather. It is called Dana, and it is absolutely stunning. Just pairs back with this outfit beautifully. Very, very chic. In here I have a couple more accessories that we could add to this look. That's if I can get them open. So, one, we have my favorite scent at the minute. This is by Ralph Lauren, and it is called, does it have a name? Oh yeah, Romance, sorry. Ralph Lauren Romance, and look at that, it is on brand and matching with the shades too. The other accessory, if you're going out during the daytime and you need your sunglasses, I have these really cute little sunnies. Again, the packaging is just perfect. These are from Gucci, and I'll just show you what they look like on. So there we have it. That's the final look. Love to know what you think, and if you'd like to see more videos that showcase not only makeup but also the style that goes with it.